following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2. And welcome all to the final regional semi-final of Archery April 2025 as our only game tonight and our final game of the round and the final game in the Deflex region is going to pit the 8 seed Arnim and the 13 Captain Gaming up against each other, both of which pulling the upset special last round and both looking to advance to play the biggest upset special of the region in Joao, who took out 2 seed Aiden Smith yesterday. We take a look at the bracket, as I alluded to there. Aiden taking out Joao after taking out some other guy. I don't know his name. I can't pronounce it. Not tall. I don't know. Joao taking out Wes in a 7-game nail biter, and then Joao, of course, advancing over Aiden in 6, and then Arnim took out My Hell in 6, upset 8-1, and then Captain Gaming in 7 over Deleted. It was a 13-5, so whoever wins this is going to have home table advantage for the Deflex regional final, and never would I have thought. I mean, you've seen crazier things in D2. Cap Gaming with a win, make it a 13v14 regional final. 8v14 is even crazy too if Arnim wins. That is absolutely wild. Anyway, we bring it to the table quick and easy tonight. Just the one game. We got Tapir here with me. We're gonna watch some drives tonight, Tapir, and coming into this one, they both pulled off the upset last round, as I had just mentioned, and now they're looking for more. What do you expect between these two players, Arnim and Cap Gaming? Of course, Arnim's pulled some wins earlier in the season as well. And Cap Gaming really putting his best feet forward. Wasn't really able to get much traction in T1, and now is really starting to pick it up here in T2.
Well, I guess for right now, it'd have to be just trying to get the win as fast as possible, because it would be more advantageous to get it in like a 5 or a 6 rather than game 7. So I'm looking here at Arnim's track record, beating out My Hell in 6. And as we all know, My Hell's a pretty big UUL player, so he does have that to his advantage. But as we know, Captain Gaming, he's the captain of gaming, but we'll see if he's the captain of winning tonight, right? So I'm excited to see what we have in store, and yeah, I think we can get on to it.
Okay, and neither of them are in VC, unfortunately, so I'm just going to ask this question to both of them. Both pulled upset specials in your previous games. What's your mindset entering this one as you're both making your first appearance to the regional semifinals? And so it's new territory for both. It's not something you see a whole lot, seeing two players against each other that haven't made this round. In February Flurry, obviously, Arnim took down Rana in a close 7-game round 1, but then got swept out by Bree, who did make the final 4. Cap Gaming's just going to keep doing what he's been doing. We'll see what Arnim says to this question. And then Cap Gaming, obviously, in T1, as I just mentioned, got the DQ win, unfortunate. But then fell to the eventual silver medalist in the tournament in Mark. So both had tough starts to their season, but now they got a couple wins under their belt. Now they're trying to get a third in this tournament and get a home tables regional final, no matter who wins, since Joao being the 14 seed in the region, sitting on the other side after his win against Aiden yesterday. Just wait for what Arnim is going to say here. I think I def got a little lucky in the upset for sure, but otherwise I'm just going to try and keep my cool and keep the runs going. And think about now is where I show there's some skill to Uno. Hope I have that here. It's not all just luck. And yeah, we talk plenty about the skill and strategy in our league, and we'll see how it fares here tonight between these two. So Cody Smart's going to be our ref tonight. He'll put in the card commands, and actually, you can ask those famous words, Cody, since they're neither of them in VC. That's on you, man. It'll be Arnim's call first for game number 1. We will be watching how well they drive. That is very true. I could not agree more. The drives are going to be immaculate. Here we go. Crazy eights to start us off. And here we go with a blue 7 to start us off. In a crazy 8 card start, we will see what happens. And Arnim will...
Ooh.
Some frustration right out of the gate. And Cap Gaming's got something to say right away. Double play. This looking to be one-sided, but how far can Cap go with the blue? He pulls 6.
At this point in the game, he'd want to get as far away as possible, while Arnim's kind of stuck in the mud.
And he is still going. He's down to 4. Arnim back at 11. Arnim at this point just trying to find a blue or find a way out. Can he find a lock and key combo to get himself out of this rut here to start? Seems like he has. Number efficiency over to yellow now. So he's finally broken free, but does this slow Cap down? It does. Question is, how much more blue did he have as well? Will that play a factor? Because if he can get back and he still has blue, he's in control. Arnim has what he needs now to move. We'll see how far he can move on the yellow. Goes with the 0 sugar. Still nothing from Cap. Could be just coming down to one switch here to appear on who's going to have control. That just seems to be it. But now Arnim's out of yellow, so now we're both staring at Draw City here. The luck is not lucking. The drives are not driving.
Where are the drives?
Where are the drives? That's a good question. We need the drives.
Reject drives, embrace terror.
Yes. The terror is off the charts. As
Quick
we are
intermission today.
Yeah.
April 8th, 2025, 9:30 p.m. There is snow on the ground.
That's wild. It's where I am, there is not snow on the ground. I guess you could ooh. Top deck there. Oh boy. He's got red. Now they both seem to be able to make some moves here. Oh, this is wonderful.
Warp speed, Scotty.
And Ditto's the 3. Cap's got a 1.
And now we have to ask, how fast can you drive?
What's the speed limit here on the red highway?
Oh, this is an Autobahn, man. This is the
Autobahn. I don't know. It doesn't look like an Autobahn. It seems like the speed Arnim's going, he's probably going to get run off the road. Cap's trying to go. Well, there's no speed limit on the Autobahn, isn't there? Cap's trying to go as fast as he can. Arnim's just thinks that the speed limit's 55. It's
can't drive 55.
Yeah, and when I say 55, we all know it really means 65. There's Cap Gaming zooming ahead, throwing 8, and the late Uno call as well.
I caught that. I'm like, is he gonna catch it?
Yeah,
definitely.
And hey, we can say whatever we want. Neither of them are in the VC, so we won't expose anyone.
True. Hey, what do you know about that?
Well, actually, it's a plus 10, not 8. Plus 10. Arnim having a moment, sent back to 17 to 1. Oh, yep, Arnim, eye for an eye to Pierre. Exact same amount of cards going the other way, and just like that, Arnim is just behind by 2.
13 to 11 at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a slow drive.
Slow drive through the neighborhood. Oh, double play. He goes ahead by 4. And a ditto again.
On the 4, anyway.
Plenty of 4.
Plenty of 4s.
The drive is slow enough that we don't need to say 4. We're going to go for the 9, top floor. Not the 4, the top floor.
Top floor of the 4?
Potentially. Top floor off the 4. From the 4 to the top floor. This is too much.
Fall on the floor for the 4? Let's not. I, not short, will not fall off my chair on a D1 stream.
We're streaming Ypez later. This could only get worse.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Yeah, Ypez and Lara in D1 coming up right after this one. And now they're going back and forth. The drives are picking up to Pier. They're starting to find some speed. They're starting to get some wheels.
Green wheels.
Some green wheels.
Green wheels. Trying to run it down best they can right now.
And they're both still
gaming ahead by 6.
4.
Or excuse me, 4.
4. How could you not realize it's 4?
Because I saw the 6.
Oh,
and I didn't realize that 6.
What, you couldn't do math and figure out that it's the best number?
No, because
cross to blue. Oh my goodness. After a long stint in green. Now, we're going back to blue, which is where Cap wanted to go with his big chain earlier. We'll see what that does for Arnim now. See if he has any more options. But part of me thinks, oh, undercut.
Ooh.
Red. Yep, that's ice. That's ISO. That's ISO, unless he got a bunch of yellow off that big chain, but he was really stuck in the mud with yellow early on. And that is Skittles as well. That is true. Oh, yep, he picks him up, going back to green, but he draws on the reverse. 2-card lead for Cap off of that.
Leaves the door open. Let's see if Cap is going to capitalize on that.
Hey, I see what you did there. Oh, off the reverse to red! And he's down to 2. And that could be a costly open door play there by Arnim.
I think at that point, if I'm Arnim, I just don't have any green left in my mind's eye.
Yep. Yep.
It's
No
like,
more
what else
drives
you
in
gonna
green. We're
do?
driving down red now. +2, and Cap does not have any more, even with the extra 2 cards. And Arnim is now in the lead. I think first time in the game, and we're at 9:22 on game 1. And Arnim is going to self-ditto his top floor in red, and Cap's still searching the deck for answers. Arnim, what can he do? Can he continue to run it down? He's down to 3. Can he get to dose? Still has more. Continues to drive towards the finish. He's got the 7 down to dose. Cap, can he find a way out? He does. Top deck +4? Top deck heaven. And just like that, that's 3 +4s gone.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Guys, I saw lightning strike. Ka-chow. There's a blue 4.
Oh no!
4 crossing over. I have a sense that Arnim probably doesn't have anything here. No, he's got a 6. It probably came from the +4. Cap was looking for double ISO and doesn't have it. Arnim's still going. And he's got to change out to blue. Great play by Cap. But what is that for Arnim? He still got some. It's neck and neck. Back and forth. Who's going to take it?
What does Arnim have at this
Arnim's
point,
got
man?
possession arrow. Can he make it to the end? It is 2 apiece. Arnim with nothing. Cap can take Uno right here. He's got Uno with the 2. Arnim, what does he do here? What is the strategy? He dittos the 2. Is that good? Yes, it is. Oh, that's a risky play right there, Tapir. You never know when number of fish can come and bite you in the butt right there. Arnim was playing a little bit with fire, but he holds on, and now we're headed for draw C. Oh, wait a second! Hit the deck real quick! Top deck heaven again!
Captain Gaming Overdrive. That is fun indeed. +2.
Arnim,
Where is
+2. Reverse draw, and that is going to do it.
Yeah.
Cap Gaming on the board with Top Deck City twice to bail him out. Oh my goodness. Just over 12 minutes. And, oh my god.
No way!
Have you tried getting good? Okay. And you know, I mean, like, maybe Tapir, the ammo is a little heavy for Arnim. Maybe that open door reverse is the only thing I can point to that probably did him in, even though the top deck heaven was the ultimate deciding factor, but it kept Cap's wheels turning. He was able to. He might have been stuck on green. Well, actually, may not have been, because he went back to green in the end. He did draw a few times, so.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking yellow at that point, but ultimately, though, that top deck just worked out. It was incredible top deck energy for Captain there. It's lock-in time. That is true. A lot of games left to go. You're only down the one, so we'll see what transpires here.
See if he wants to answer that. Oh yeah, so he probably found it in the deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Could have done the reverse chain a bit better. Yeah. I think that's the only mistake to Pier, and like, I mean, it's not the worst open door to make, but you really got, when you want to leave a skip or reverse open, you really gotta think, really gotta have a good read on what your opponent has. Talk me through that kind of play and when you think it's a better one than others, because it didn't seem to be the move there.
I mean, at that point, you really just have to have a plan B. Like, if he takes the bait, like, what am I gonna do next? You can't just leave it open and pray, right? You got to have something in the back pocket, and keeping that green in the back pocket, like you said, that's more of a D1 thing. I don't really expect that down in D2. It does happen, but not as much. And so, yeah, we'll start soon. But yeah, so I'm just thinking we'll see what happens,
All right.
right? So
All right, to the ref, Cody Smart, it's on you.
not shortly.
R. No. Hello. And we're off and running game 2. We start with the 10 for Arnim trying to... Sweet Armin. I know why he wants to. I know why he wants him to sweep. Can you take a guess, Tapir? Can you guess why? Do you have any idea why you might want to sweep?
I got no idea.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
All right, game 2, Cap Gaming up 1. Looking for win number 3 on the year. Arnim looking for win number 4.
Switch on the zero sugar. Look out.
Watch out! Zero switch and it didn't load. The bot can just be that way sometimes. Sometimes it just really wants to not load things.
Just being a little picky today.
Yeah, apparently. And another switch over to yellow.
On the yellow. Back to green. That's interesting. You just have to wonder, maybe he just doesn't have yellow. I don't think it's a fade look at this point. Does ice out Captain. Here comes Arnim.
Cap iced out on the green, and Arnim's got it, obviously. Not calling a KT classic right now.
Another switch. Over to blue this time. And we're going to still run this down. Arnim ahead by 5. Now 4. Back to yellow.
Undercut there.
Oh my god.
Double undercut. Oh my goodness.
Captain really wants this yellow, but Arnim's not having it. Might be a little ammo time here. We'll see.
Like a shot should be coming if it hasn't already.
Because Arnim's at 2. There
Oh
you go.
my
Yep.
god!
Oh,
What is going on?
and just like that, Arnim at
Dude.
18, Captain down to 2.
Yeah, that's something we noticed up here. Not nearly as much ammo control in Division 2. And they are holding back at all in this one.
Very true. Very true.
Arnim taking time to process this and just gonna chuck a +4 in response. Just behind by 10 now, as opposed to the 17. And again, Cap going for the throat with the massive ammo chain, and now giving Arnim lots of options. We'll see if he obviously got the payoff with the draw city in game 1. We'll see if he can continue finding those payoffs, or is he gonna have to make a change in the aggression level? We're in red now, Arnim, with the 16 cards back there.
Short, talk to me about what you're reading from that wild +4, keeping it yellow like that, and then Cap switching right over. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that's purely defensive. I mean, he was down to 2. He could easily have had the double finish on the yellow. So definitely, it's a case I believe that Arnim was just trying to keep it alive for himself. He's still back pretty good, but he's definitely he's trying. It's basically just to try and keep himself in it. And it may also be a sign that he's got more in the tank if he's going to throw it like that. Like because if you want to win, you have a little bit of control. But at the same time, here we talked about how we don't see control as much here. So we'll see if he's got something else in the back pocket here coming up, and Arnim really taking pause here.
It could be that he's just completely loaded on yellow, too. Being
Very
that
possible.
Captain's only at 6, you have to think of that percentage, Uno, right? Maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't have a lot of yellow, so maybe just run the yellow back. Of course, that doesn't seem to have happened now that Captain switched to red. So we'll see just how much he can run on red.
I think it's a strong possibility that he had a double finish, or at least 2 yellows to finish if he was going to go that chain into yellow. Because if he was just going to draw off that, then Arnim could easily just come back with all the options he's got. But there's Cap with some more and leaving it open on the +6. And that's and he's in comeback territory now.
Short, we talk about no ammo control. Something else I want to point out is a lot of D2 players completely overvalue Plan A. It's just one way to play, and we're just going to get there the best way we can. And so Arnim takes the bait there. He gets that +6 over to Captain there.
And in D1, we see it from guys like James Ellison, who don't have much ammo control, and they kind of just go for the throat whenever they've got it. These guys at least are playing numbers down a little bit more, and they're not just playing every ammo card in sight, but they're putting it all into one attack that's not a finish.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a strategy. And something I've noticed as a player in this division is opposed to doing all the streams and coverage for D1. The aggression level is a little different here because you see a lot more slow pace, patience play in D1, but then you come down here to D2 and you see everyone kind of goes for the throat. And if you can't push that patience style the right way, you're going to get run out of town real fast. And that's something I've had to grapple with a little bit as a player. So,
For sure. Yeah.
and both these guys both seem to be going for everything. So we'll see. It's probably going to come down to Draw City again, just like it did for Game 1 for Cap Gaming.
Absolutely. And another thing there, that's Rainbow 4. Rainbow 4! Let's go!
Unbelievable. Oh, we got another 4. It's a Yahtzee!
Yahtzee 4s.
Yahtzee 4. What a
Holy.
beautiful night. What a drive. What a drive by these two.
That is so teaming up for D1.
That is
It
such
has
an
Lara coming
amazing
up later.
Pierre, that is such an amazing drive.
Drive has been watched, received, and appreciated.
It is landed on the green. Except, actually, no, it's landed in the bunker, unfortunately. We're on yellow, aren't we?
That's sad.
Very sad.
Have to hit a provisional.
Damn. Get your wedge out. It's time to get it out of the bunker.
Don't forget to rake up when you're done.
Oh, exactly. You go back and forth. Arnim with a double play in that yellow. And Cap still up 8 cards.
And see, Short, this is what we were talking about on this yellow, right? It just could be that Arnim's full of yellow and just trying to keep it that, goes back to red. That's interesting.
Crazy reads from Tapir.
Another
Crazy
undercut
reads.
there.
Insane reads. Why do they love the Skittles here? They
What
love the
is this?
Skittles.
What is going on?
That's like 3 Skittles in the first 2 games.
Absolutely.
We got a sugar rush up here in you got a sugar rush here in D2 final game of the regional semis.
What are we doing?
God. They both work.
Let's go.
80% Skittles speed run.
Look out. +4.
Triple play now, and we're on the green. Hit that provisional out of the dirt.
Out of the mud.
Out of the mud.
Cap ahead by 2 now. Here comes Arnim. Play it cool with the green. Ditto from Captain. Back to Arnim. Changes to red. Did want double ditto. All right then. That's quad 6s. Up 1 to 7. Now here's Short. The pace is really kicking up now.
Yeah, they're starting to get it together. Maybe Arnim stopped multitasking and started focusing on driving it.
Yeah,
And-
don't you know not to text and drive?
Yeah, don't text and drive, especially on the Autobahn. That is just a terrible idea. Cap going for the water. He's getting on his boat, gonna start driving across the lake. It's gonna be amazing. Watch that boat drive to pier. Watch it drive across across that bright
He's
blue
got
lake.
tech.
He is almost to the other dock across the lake. It is crazy.
Crazy drives tonight.
And
A little
Arnim
bit of desperation from Arnim
continues to
here.
drive. Cap cannot make it.
Ooh.
Arnim. He's down to 3. Cap still with nothing. Arnim he's in his boat. He's turning the engines on. It is loud, and he's landed on the grass, and now it's a car, apparently, driving across the field.
And Captain is on 2 color. Oh my gosh.
What's our red metaphor?
Blood. We got an undercut from Arnim. Here comes Captain. Does he have anything? Anything at all in yellow.
Undercutting to Uno. Double play from Cap. He's down to 2, but will it matter?
1 for Arnim. There
He's got it. 1-1.
Ties it up.
Another 12-minute
No
game.
red in sight.
Just over 12 again. And once again, Tapir, similar length, because you know what they both did? They pulled a big ammo chain and just made it all slow down. That's exactly what they did. They threw ammo at each other, and then it had to come down to the numbers in the draws.
Sure. But one thing that does eliminate is those big runs right out the gate, where it does, in a way, eliminate the luck factor. If you just go right up to 15, 17, 20 cards even, then you're forced almost automatically to have to run down the numbers, and there you're going to have to exert some skill. And that's where Arnim was talking about Uno isn't just all luck, and maybe this is part of his plan there.
We'll see what happens. Let's move it on. Yeah, you can start it up. Game 3, here we go, Red 1. And Cap Gaming picked 5, so
Let's go gambling!
There we go.
we'll see how different this can be, because Cap had multiple 4-card runs with a lot of draw cards. We'll see if he finds the luck to continue. Excuse me.
No red.
My face went Uno D. And Cap is driving. He is driving it deep into left field.
Over to green.
And it's caught by Arnim on the grass. Ditto, and we got Trips 9. 3 of a kind.
Who is going to be the first to make a hole-in-one?
Oh, it's a yellow one. He's in the bunker, but he wants the hole-in-one. Arnim,
Somebody
well, he
911.
says, not much he can do. He's got a 5. Cap for the win. And just like that, it's 2-1. Goodness.
That's definitely just plan A right there. All the numbers just lined up.
Straight and simple, and I really am just going to give him the 6 because I really have nothing to say more than that's plan A, and that switch was key. That one switch, and that's just all hindsight for Arnim. What can you do? And you look at his hand there. He needed green. He only had the 1 yellow. He was 2 color, and that's how low tier could bite you. So here we go. See if Cap Gaming can continue the luck. Off we go, game 4.
I just want to go ahead and mention there how, let's see, Arnim had, what was it, 4 green, 5, or what did he have? Did he draw?
4 green and a yellow. But he definitely was drawing on the red.
So
and Cap immediately on the wild.
I do just have
you
to
another
point
green.
out that Arnim picked the only number the Cap had was the 1. Any other number, he would have been stuck drawing. And so that's another point about just the luck factor. Didn't matter what number he played. He only had like a 1 in 5 shot of getting it right. We are definitely running down the yellow now. Here comes Cap. He's ahead by 2, ahead by 3 now. Back to that yellow 1 as I was mentioning. Arnim looking for a switch or maybe some ammo here. What do we got?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Should hate the bot, not yourself. Cap. Oh, he didn't call. Oh.
No.
Bro asked me how to do that,
open.
and he like forgot it. Oh my goodness!
Oh my.
Wrong! Oh my goodness. Psych! That's the wrong color! Crazy. Crazy. And 3-1. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Nothing you can say. That it's just another
I
classic
guess
plan ain't
people named
millionaire.
Captain just are really good at low tier games.
Oh my gosh. Bro is going hard on the roast.
What's this being about a game of skill? Hello? The roast is great, exactly. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. It's a Tale of Two series. 12 minutes, games 1 and 2. 1 minute, games 3 and 4. And that is plain and simple the difference between low and mid tier.
If I could jump in for a second here, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So right now, Arnim just lost 2 quick ones back to back here. Is feeling a bit mentally discouraged with it. He's got to make sure he gets some sort of mental reset going to game 5. He's going to have the cards call here, so he just needs to make sure that he gets in ahead. He made a bad switch there, and he's feeling frazzled right now. Captain Gaming taking advantage of the situation, and Arm's kind of out of the game right now. But game's not over. 3-1 down. Got to make the comeback. He's got to make sure he locks in mentally to get back into this game. That's going to be the biggest thing for him. If he can't do that, then Captain Gaming is going to book his spot into the regional finals.
Yep. All right, Cody Smart, if you're back, you can put that in. Otherwise, I will.
Yeah, I am back. I'm going to take a look at this before I end up becoming an idiot sandwich. Arnim cannot pick 10.
He said 7. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Captain at this point is basically playing the mind games here with that roast.
Captain gonna continue gaming.
Capitalizing on that just the psychological aspect. And we see that sometimes short in D1, right? Sometimes you have that kind of mental side of it to where it's not just about the cards, it's about your mentality and your composure. There's a whole different aspect when it comes to D1.
Exactly. We talked about plenty of differences, and it's glaring here, and we're gonna have a very different. We're gonna have some very different conversations come a little bit later on this evening, as we will go D1 After Dark in about half an hour plus. And Arnim's
really
gonna go for the
picking up
throat.
aggression here. I can sense the frustration. He's just so done. Which I don't hate that play. You just kind of, at a 7-card start, you just want to get ahead best you can. So he does run out. I don't think he has another wild at this point.
Guess not.
Because we've talked about how there's little to no ammo control, so I would think he would just, barrel forward. Why would he do? I don't know.
Uh-oh. Chat, what is he cooking? A drive. Oh my god, dude. The drives are wild. Captain. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Double play there from Arnim off that. And Cap just playing cool. Arnim still ahead by 3. Trying to take it to him this time. Oh my goodness. Another one.
Oh, I have to wonder if that's top deck. Did he even
Possible.
top deck?
Possible.
He top decked 1.
Unless he was actually
maybe.
controlling something. Cap, nothing to
Maybe
say.
just run the
Arnim
green?
for
Arnim at
3-2.
If he doesn't have it, I will be seriously concerned. Like, you don't just draw here.
Oh, dear God.
What?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, man, what? Oh, that's so... Yeah, so obviously, short, we were talking about that composure there. I think Arnim just completely lost it. He's going to have to find something to help him out, just like G had mentioned earlier.
I'm gonna have to ask him, what was the intention here? That's like, I'm very... Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, what What was it?
Yeah. It's
So he
just that
drew on the
he.
one, which is what.
Oh
drew
my
him.
gosh! Top Deck City.
Wow, the
That's
bailout.
insane. I was.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
Oh my
goodness!
goodness! You cannot be serious!
Oh my
He
god!
did what? It's a KT classic. What is going on? He did what? Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
In D2. Oh my god!
That is insane, bro. Oh my goodness!
God. I know it's still crazy work though.
That is first time I've seen one. To be completely
Doing it when
honest.
you're up 3-1, no less.
Actually,
Like
pulling back to last season, Deleted did one accidentally, and that actually won her the series in a reverse sweep. But that's the last time I
Oh my
specifically
God.
remember it happening.
Yeah, the craziest part is that like you're up
Back
3-1.
yellow.
Like I don't know why you do that. I'm gonna have to slow this one down now. I'm sorry, Cap Gaming, but you're this is we gotta take a beat on this one. Jesus.
Because okay, number one, first and foremost, Arnim he top decked the wild. He put it to yellow for check. That's a huge red flag. Obviously, he's got the yellow left, so you don't need to go back to green. You can pick blue, you can pick red, and Arnim's going to have to draw either way. You don't have to go back to green for that. That's just an unnecessary KT Classic there. But we'll see if this gives Arnim some momentum back. We will have to see on that. Captain just needs one of the next two to take it home. Arnim's going to need the next two.
Like up 3-1. I don't know why he does that. That is just so bizarre.
It was just completely unnecessary, I think. Like, you're stopping the yellow, yes. But don't go back to the green. You have no reason to go back to the green. Arnim already telegraphed what his last card was. And then obviously Arnim just with the switch to yellow on that color efficiency just kind of sealed the deal for him there.
Started with the 2+4s and changed it to green because I had one of that and could change it to a different color, but when I put the card, I decided to draw for some... Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm lost on that.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this one? This is a play of all time to me.
Yeah, I think Captain Gaming got too into the moment there with the wild green. I mean, it could also be a situation where he wasn't really liking his hand at that moment, but he also could have been using it, using another color to get something on his own for a bit of a run. But he may have only had that wild and was just rolling with that. But ultimately, it did cost him as Arnim was able to get that top deck green 6 to get the switch into the yellow, which we originally wanted.
And it had red skip, red 8 plus. Yeah, it's still 1. Yeah, exactly. That's what matters for sure to Pierre. I mean, he still got the win, but what a bizarre series of events we've just witnessed here.
Yeah, in the end, it's it's all good, but the execution is, especially in D1, the execution is what basically seals the deal.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Yeah,
you are
go
not
ahead.
going to see, you're absolutely not going to see a KT Classic when it's not necessary in like a D1 finale.
Oh no.
You just don't see that unless it's a typo.
Yeah, that moment.
So, Yeah, I mean, okay, because you still have the green and the yellow, kind of just blocking it. I don't know. I don't know.
It is something.
Suppose we might as well move on here. Game number 6. Cannot pick 6. Everything else is
And
on
we're
the
going
board.
9. Game 6. Cap looking for the win this time. Power plays are still out there. After the first turn, it will be eligible for use. He's not going to gamble this one to Pier, but he did do well in that low tier. And well, now he's sticking to mid tier. We'll see what he can do in this one.
And we definitely have not seen any high tier starts.
9. All the 9s for 9.
Okay, well, what have we here? Another 9? Possible undercut?
Maybe a 9? Oh,
Zero sugar.
from the
top
roof
floor
to the basement. And now
Over
to the
floor,
4.
Anyway.
Oh no. Anyway.
And this is game
Oh,
6, not 4.
not 4. Dang. Crossing to the blue wild now for Cap. And Arnim's got something out of the gate and pulls ahead by 3.
We'll see if Captain's just going to run it. I would assume so, seeing as how he played the wild there. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Might just be purely defensive.
Could be.
Is now up by 3, Captain. Arnim pushed back to 8.
May have another in the pocket if he's going to pull that kind of move, do you think? But Arnim's going to take the number of fish
After
way
what we
out.
just saw, I'm not so sure.
True. Very true.
I don't know what to expect at this point, so we'll just have to see.
The drives are very unpredictable.
The drives are very unpredictable. I think we're
The
just
wind
driving...
is blowing hard. You could see him shank a drive. You never know.
These drives remind me of chip shots. We are now into red wild. I think that is what you said, Short. He did have something else in the back pocket.
Yeah, did have the wild. Goes to red now.
At this point, this is just getting beat up by, good fortune at this point. Arnim is going to have to find something special to keep it going. There's no way he hits another wild, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness gracious. Double play to check. Arnim chance to do anything
back to
here.
7. Says oops. What's the oops moment? No. Uh-oh. Cap for the series. For the regional final. What's your favorite color?
God. Oh my god.
And you have a wild. Yeah.
That is insane.
2 wilds there. And it's a plus 4.
+3.
Plus 3,
+3
plus
get.
4. Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
He literally just did that to flex. He could have finished that in the last turn. Bro gave him a chance bro gave him a chance to counter. That is insane. What is going on?
Bro wanted to drag out.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no. I was like, there's no way. Oh my god. also had a power play. Yeah, no power plays used, and Cap Gaming is gonna go to 3-1, 3-1-1. Classic. God, I don't even know what to make of this, Tapir. Like, what did we
I
just
don't know
what kind of drives did we just watch? I don't.
Short, I don't think even we were prepared for the drives tonight.
And we still got to do some more. It's crazy.
We still have to do some more in D1. But D1's going to be a lot more tame because you're not going to see ammo burning a hole in the player's pockets. You're not going to see an unnecessary KT Classic. You are certainly not going to see Wild being drawn out and squeezed unnecessarily. It is going to be a lot tamer stage, I think, for D1. Especially with Yepes on the circuit. You know, he's a very, shall we say, just an even-keeled player. He is on the faster side, I believe. But
yeah, a little bit. And you have Lara, who's been just tearing it up in T2.
Yeah, Lara's going to be interesting to watch for sure. But this was a very interesting conclusion for the night and for the regional pod here, for sure.
I hope Cap Gaming's still there. I'm not gonna get any thoughts out of this.
And again, the highest we've seen is 10 cards, which leads me to we had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, one of each.
Man.
Which is where, despite Arnim's comment about how it's not all luck, a lot of the series was determined with luck because of just the 5 and the 6 there.
He's the higher seed. I think that's a joke. Should be an easy game, right? Oh my god. But yeah, you look at that, even on the +4s, Cap up a couple on the +2s, but the wild differential huge. Even on the cards played, no less, and it was a 6-game win.
Absolutely crazy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my god.
No. Make this your quote. Yes, I'm influencing. Beautiful.
You're an influencer.
Oh no.
Run for the hills.
Well, gee, thoughts on a 13v14 regional final?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. Captain Gaming, definitely trying to feel the energy. And Joao being the new kid on the block is on a really good run here. So, I'm curious who will make the Final Four. I think this is a great opportunity for both, but we will see what happens. Although based off trends, I would think Joao enters that game a bit more favored since there's only been one debut into the tournament that did not make the Final Four. So if we're basing trends off that, Joao would be in the better spot. But Captain Gaming's had a pretty good run this tournament. Not the cleanest run, all things considered, but definitely playing a lot better than February.
Definitely, and obviously didn't have a clean start to his career in the league with the DQ to start, but now he's really working now. 3rd win of the year on the board. See what he does in the regional final for a spot in the Final Four, and the winner there will get either Ridley or Geo, which is the highest ranked players seed wise in a regional final across the tournament. But that's the Arrow region final. Then the Bow regional final will be 9v14 between Rana and J Money, and then In the Crusade region, it'll be the 4-seed White Spider taking on the 7-seed Ami, and then of course Deflex region will be 13v14 Cap versus Joao. Arnim saying not really much I could have done there, just got pretty unlucky with cards, and Cap definitely had one up on me in that regard, but there are definitely some things I can work on for next tournament. And that'll I'll omit that part. I'll be sure to keep that in mind for next time. Yeah, please do, Arnim. Every time I do an upset, I get murdered afterwards. I swear to God. And at least I can pride myself taking down the #1 seed this tournament. And I'll have Redemption Arc next season. Trust Arnim out. And Arnim definitely Tapir. Not a hang head low. Obviously, Cap is on a heater, but he definitely he's definitely got shown well, and now he's 3-2, so definitely. A contender still for postseason, just 2 wins away from locking up an LCQ slot. So it'll be fun to see what he does in T3. But Cap Gaming trying to make a Final Four, that'll lock up his spot as well. No need to wait for. Oh, he said to say next season. That's he must be an orgs guy if he said next season. Oh my goodness.
We finished 24 seasons in 1 year.
Yeah. Well, I think some people are used to like that in orgs that are seasons. Maybe in TWOW, they're seasons, so they're probably just used to calling it seasons, but it's tournaments. Anyway, final thoughts.
As long as the
Tapir,
point
on this
gets
one?
across.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Tapir, final thoughts before we go.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know what to make of it. Right, it is very unorthodox series for what we're used to, and I do have to give Arnim respect for still winning Game 5. Very, very unique Game 5, even after going down 3-1. You could see his frustration kind of oozing out there, but he did still get that second win there. So he didn't have to go home empty-handed. He does still have those 2 wins to add to his pocket. Did lose 4-2, but, given Captain's situation with just being on that heater, like you said, that is something that he has to his advantage. He can take pretty far. So come T3 for Arnim, right? Like you said, or the Captain said, T3.
Yeah, tournament.
Captain's gonna
Exactly what I said.
Yep. Gonna be just seeing how far he's gonna run it. So, yeah, that's it for me for right now, I guess.
All right, so so yeah, like I said, 13v14 there. That is gonna do it for our coverage of D2. We are gonna be back soon. We are gonna be back in just a few days in D2 to get the regional finals going. So stay tuned for schedules on that, but that is going to do it. That is the last regional semifinal. Join us on stream in just about 20 minutes or so as we are going to get you going with After Dark and Auto April as the Sport Mode 16 continues as we bring you coverage between Yepes and Lara on the first day of action in the final game of a triple header today. And we will see if Yepes can keep it going, or will Lara continue the upset heater as a 13 seed, as we've just seen Cap Gaming advance as a 13 seed. So that is going to do it for us for Partner in Crime. Tapir will be back. We will be back again in 20 minutes. So we're going to watch some more drives in D1. And thanks to G for sprinkling in some thoughts as well. And thanks to Cody Smart for reffing, of course. And thanks to our players for hopping in here this evening, and congrats to Cap Gaming one more time. He will move on to play Joao in the Deflex final. But for now, for all of us here at MRE Uno, we will be back in D1 in just a little bit. But for D2, we will see you again very soon for the regional finals. Have a great night for now. This has been a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2.